Hello, Todd White from JDJ Fly Fishing here. Today I'm going to give you a little tutorial on how to attach your fly line to the backing on your fly reel. Now I just happened to get this new Airflow Power Taper Weight Forward 5-weight fly line and also a brand new Orvis Mirage LT fly reel. I got a new fly rod as well that I'll be showing you in another video. But for right now, I'm going to show you how to do this. So what I normally do when I get a new fly line and a reel is I tie them together, my backing and my fly line together with an Albright knot. And that's what I normally do. But here, when this backing came pre-rolled onto this new Orvis fly reel, it already had a loop in it, which kind of makes things easier. Now, if you have a fly line like this one that already has a loop at the end, then it's pretty simple to attach. You can just loop them together like you would probably a leader and the end of your looped fly line. But some of you may not have a loop on your fly line like mine does. So instead of doing the standard Albright knot that I was planning on doing, I'm going to show you how to do make a loop in your backing if your backing doesn't have loop. And it's going to be really strong and it will really stay on there should you maybe catch a fish that's going to take you to your backing. So anyway, let's get started. So I have a piece of twine here, yellow twine. Hopefully it'll be easier to see. Obviously this isn't the size of normal backing. But what we're going to do is we're going to make sure, take the end of our backing, it's coming off of your reel, and just kind of let it go down a little bit so you can make this loop. And you're going to keep your fingers on both of those pieces of string right there. Actually, it's just one string, but you're going to keep your finger on them to keep that loop. So you've got a nice loop here. And we want to make sure we have lots of space in our loop, which is going to come in later when we attach our fly line. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have the loop. I am going to tie a triple surgeon's knot. So I'm just going to bend those two over each other. Excuse me, my dog is licking here. I've got two bulldogs. You could probably hear one in the background breathing heavily, and the other one likes to lick his bed. Anyway, I'm going to put that knot like that, or that loop. I'm going to take the end of my backing that I have up here. I'm just going to pass it through that loop once and twice. And you're going to want to do this 3 times. I'm just going to do it twice here, but you're going to want to do it 3 times. And you're going to bring that through, and you're just going to make sure that you get it nice and tight. So you're going to tighten that up. Okay? Hold on to that knot there. I'm going to come maybe a few more inches back up towards the loop here. Maybe like right about there. And I'm going to do another triple surgeon's knot. So I'm going to fold that line over just like that. Take the backing back here, pass it through that loop once, twice, and you're going to do it a 3rd time, but I'm just doing it here twice, but you're going to do this 3 times on each surgeon's knot. Pull that tight. Make sure that you have the other knot tightened as well in your fingers here so that there's no slack when you tighten this other line. So you're going to tighten that up nice and good. There you go. Now you've got a looped backing that you can attach your fly line through. So let's go to the next step. Okay, so I've got my looped backing that I just made, and I've got my brand new fly line, and I want to attach them. And what you're going to do is, and this is sort of the easy part, and I'm sure most of you fly fishermen out there, you've attached your leader to the end of your fly line, usually with a looped leader and a looped fly line. That's sort of standard these days. This is pretty much the same thing. And when you take your new fly line off the spool, you're almost always, and I think almost all fly line manufacturers these days, they have a little sticker on the end that says, yeah, this is the end that's going to attach to your backing. All right, just look for that sticker. Mine says reel end, yours might say something like tag end or something else. But you're going to take that loop of the reel end and you're going to attach it to your backing. So let's do that real quick. And again, this is just like attaching a looped leader to the looped end of your fly line. So you're going to take the backing loop that we just made and you're going to pinch it together. So you've got the loop here, and we're just going to insert that into the welded eyelet of the fly line. Okay, just pass that through there. Let the fly line go down to that second surgeon's knot that we made. And there you've got your loop. Again, it's just like a leader. And all you have to do, you don't have to take your fly line off of the spool. All you have to do is just pass it through your loop on your backing that you just made, and boom. You've got your leader and your backing tied together. So I am now ready to wind my fly line onto my reel. And if you don't have somebody with you to like hold the line to make sure it keeps it pretty tight as you're winding it on, a lot of times it's just very easy just to attach your reel onto the butt section of your fly rod. And you don't have to have the entire fly rod, you can just have the butt section. It'll make it easier as you grip the line here with your fingers to make sure that that fly line, when it's going on, stays nice and tight. All right. So I'm just going to start winding it, and make sure that I'm winding it so that it's not just collecting in one location of the reel, but it's going kind of back and forth a little bit, so it takes up that entire spool right there over the backing. So you don't want to see any of that backing. You want to make sure that your line goes kind of back and forth as you're reeling it on. All right. So you just kind of have to move your fingers as you're reeling it on, kind of back and forth to guide that line to either side of that reel as you're putting it on there. Because again, you do not want it to collect in one central location on your fly reel. You want it to go back and forth. And there you go. How to attach your fly line to your backing with a couple surgeon's knots in the backing for a looped reel end on your fly line. All right. Just make sure that when you do tie or get your fly line onto your reel, that you're going from the bottom of the reel. It has to go to the bottom of the reel, just like that. All right. Todd White here with JDJ Fly Fishing. You guys have a great day.